Alright, should be a quick video, but I'm just going to complain about a few things. Yeah, right, that'll work out. Anyway, Brett Keane. Yeah. Shouldn't even do a response video to him, because that's all he really wants. He just wants some attention. He's an attention whore. He's in every kind of horror. Horror. He's a horror for everything. Horror of graphics, horror of image, horror of style. He's a horror anything. Anything. He'll whore it. Yeah, he's a pimp. A bad pimp, an ugly pimp, a fat pimp, an unstylish pimp. A pretender. Yeah, that's what he is. He's a pretender. You know, he's trying to be something. And that's it. He's just trying. You know, he's not being something. So anyway, a couple of you made good response videos to the actual content of his video. Alabama Abnormally and the Fidel 82 guy. So yeah, you know, they took care of the argument, and there wasn't an argument really. But this is you know, context. Okay, Brett Keane for the last 3 weeks or so has shown up in my stick cam room on Saturday nights, and he's spent a lot of time in those rooms. So there's no doubt he's heard these arguments, and you know, this video was just such a lie based on that context. It's just a lie. He knows these arguments have already been made, that they're not the arguments antinatalists are making. So it's just stupid. He even comes into the room and talks about how he's, you know, eating vegetables or green stuff anyway. You know, so he gets the whole animal connection, but no mention of that in this whole video. So yeah, it's just a lie. The video is a lie, contrived deliberately, just to whore for attention. And he did this with the vegetarian issue in the beginning too. He just made a video because he knew it was a subject people were talking about and it was controversial, so he'll be controversial. I mean, this kind of manipulation is just disgusting. It's wretched. It's putrid. This is the worst example of what's wrong. You know, why humans fail is because they are pretenders. They're liars. They're schemers. There's nothing genuine. There's no real principles. And this is an unprincipled dude. I mean, he'll admit that. He thinks it's all subjective. It's all, you know, we just make it up. And there is no real right and wrong. You know, it's just some sort of agreement people come to. You know, he's just a nihilist pimp. He probably pimps that philosophy too. He probably finds some way to use it to his advantage. This is the philosophy of use everything to your advantage. He probably uses to his advantage. You know, he probably puts you know, one of his little affiliate links. You know, little affiliate links. Oh, my webcam, my camera, my editing software, my microphone. Yeah. You know, I'd like to make $5 selling it to you. You know, what a whore. So anyway, yeah, no sale, Brett. You know, this is all some sort of game you're playing. It doesn't, you know, you don't give a fuck. And go ahead, that's your business. Why don't you go sell, like why don't you make videos to like fat slobs and explain to them where they can get the best deal on fat man underwear or something. And just stay out of any kind of real conversation about anything meaningful on planet Earth. But you can't do it sincerely. You know, I mean, I've sort of been a mild defender of yours. I mean, obviously, I haven't gotten very aggressive about it because, yeah, you did a lot of stupid, fucking dumb things. But I've certainly cut you some slack and defended the idea that the past should be buried. But man, are you asking for it? This was right in my face, a contrived piece of crap, and you shoved it right in my face. You know, in the context of the Stickam and your opportunity, if you had these concerns about antinatalism, you could have brought them up in those Stickam rooms and got my direct answer to you right on the spot. I could have explained to you how this idea that somehow I'm obligated to kill myself before I can start to argue, in defense of the right to die and the right to protect myself from being reimposed upon by some new slut in the future who's going to make an ignorant, dumb decision thinking that she's doing something brilliant when all she's doing is a stupid do-it-yourself Frankenstein kit. Okay? And that's just the reality. The reality of the world is that you can basically make Frankensteins as easy as it is to go to the store and buy a box of Jell-O. Okay, I mean, if being Dr. Frankenstein, didn't require you to go to medical school and dig up corpses and do a whole bunch of work, all you had to do is go to the dollar store and buy some, used, out of expired Jell-O or something. Yeah, then everybody would do it because everybody's a fucktard. But that's the circumstance. Reality doesn't have rules that you should have to pay a high price of admission to get into very important games. We let complete morons, we give them guns and cannons and tanks and fighter aircraft to go blow people up with. We let yahoos, fly, $10 million aircraft and blow people up with it. So fuck you. That's what you need to explain, you stupid fuck. I mean, and it's, it's just so ironic. I mean, your life is pitiful. You've made a mess of it, and here you are defending that any old dumb slob should just keep doing the same old thing. You think I would actually plant in my yard Brett Keane seeds? If somebody gave them to me, how much do you think they'd have to pay me to go put those in the dirt and germinate them? Really, start thinking about it. It might humble you a bit. Yeah, because I ain't planting you. Yeah, fuck you. You fucking manipulating, conniving weasel. Like the universe needs more of you? I'm afraid the fuck not. And unfortunately, you are human generica. You are too fucking typical. So, and then for the whole animal thing, you've got to unravel the whole DNA molecule thing. Maybe you've heard of evolution. You talk about it enough. I think you even had a name where you had evolution in the title because you argued against theism. Well, guess what? The consequences of evolution is that it's a DNA molecule replicating. All right? Competing with itself, killing itself, abusing, parasiting, all kinds of itselfings. Okay? It's fucking sick, motherfucker. That's what you've got to explain, idiot. Why is that a good idea, Brett? If nobody had the idea, alright, it just exists, and you're going to evaluate it. Why should you assume it works? Why should you assume it's functional? I mean, if nature made cars, you wouldn't give it a little bit of a test drive and see if it actually works? Fuck not. So anyway, fuck this guy. Alright, so that's it. And then I guess I'll finish up with just this whole general thing. It is just kind of bizarre and curious. It always sort of comes up with the Professor Anton videos and the rest of these people. But it's, you just think about it. 7 billion people on this planet. And where do you go, to find philosophy, conversation? This is it, right? On YouTube? There isn't some other group of people that are actually having real conversations about the real meaning of life, right? I mean, you can go to find maybe some political argument, but even that's tangentially related to this. I mean, we do that shit, but that doesn't go anywhere either. I mean, it just seems quite amazing that this 7 billion people, and this is the best the argument gets for a regular human, unless they're invited to some, private sanctuary, where the elites get to argue with each other. This is it. This is all you get. This mush. And not that these aren't good people, and not that they're not something, but for 7 billion, there ought to be more. And yeah, you do understand that most people just don't have a lifestyle that's going to permit them to, put the time in, I guess. I don't know whether it really takes that much time. But to be able to coherently argue a philosophy, to be either informed enough or practiced enough in arguing publicly. But this, it's kind of amazing. This is all there is. And, here we are in a world so fucked up, and there's no real coherent conversation. There's not even a coherent path to having conversation that might actually glean a truth, that actually might have a purpose to find a truth. So it's all stuff that needs to be worked on. It is rather daunting. Yeah, but we gotta do better than this. We gotta open this somewhere. We gotta get more brains watching and talking and thinking and obligated to defend themselves, defend their life, defend their politics, defend their voting record. People got to account for what's going on here. We all just can't just keep blaming the system. It's us. We are the system. Collectively. Anyway. So, it's just one of those things you just look at and you just think this can't be the way it works out. 7 billion people? And people are talking about how the human race is doing all this great stuff and it's fantastic and we're singularity and all that. No, this is not the image of singularity. This is not even coming close to my vision of it. Any vision I could come up with. This is fucking retarded. So anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Yeah. I'm going shrimping. Anyway, so that's all. Anyway,